We did have a few asshats in today, though.
Oh yeah.
Myself included.
You don't even.
You're an upgrade of what we had in today.
Oh yeah.
Good to know.
Pack feeler.
Yep. Yeah, the pack feeler was in today. Idiot. I wish he'd watch the show, because he'll know I'm talking about him. I mean, I had yelled at him today for it.
I don't know what you can discern from feeling a pack. I don't get that.
Sometimes if you push down hard enough, if they don't have a dummy card in, you can, if the card's at the top. So if you've got a game used jersey or something, you can feel the indent. Yeah, so you know you have something. So
kind of cuts on the thrill of the chase, doesn't it?
no, there's not the thrill of the chase. It's the thrill of buying a pack and getting it, and not have to buy in another one. Because he's only getting to turn it and flip it. There's no thrill of the chase for him.
See enjoyment in doing that. You're not using it for yourself. Sorry, but that kind of doesn't, Okay, 96 now.
You're dying.
No.
You take 12 pieces of candy.
It's about 6.
Let's kick that in. You know something? We just need to IV you some sugar.
Be done.
Put a porthole there. We'll put a little porthole there. We'll pour sugar down into it for you and put it right in your bloodstream and just
like the sun. Pour a little sugar on me.
Yeah. And then lay you in a bed of ants.
Why would you do that?
Because you got sugar on them.
Okay.
Hopefully.
Ants like sugar.
They do, but
Right.
I don't think Phil would like the ants.
I didn't ask what Phil would like.
You might want to consider that, though.
Consider what Phil likes?
Yeah.
I do consider what Phil likes. That's why I show him different Superman books and stuff like that. I think he may like this.
And
Nothing this
usually
week?
spot on.
Huh?
Nothing this week?
Yeah, he's got something this week.
All right.
Very cool.
I may have put a book or two aside to see if he had any interest in it this week.
Very good. Very good.
Or I may not have priced up the book. I may have it still back here and didn't price it up. Yeah. There's one in your box. So there's one that you may or may not need. Because I mean, you have a bunch of Superman books. You
yes,
don't know
I
what
do.
you have.
Yes, I do.
Even you sometimes don't think.
Yeah, you're right.
You don't know what you have.
I've bought a couple extras, but that's okay. One is good. 2 will do you better.
Yeah, what's better than 1?
That's right.
2.
You have the heir and the spare. The secondary copy. Nothing wrong with that.
Right, just in case it gets cold one night.
That's right.
Get some kindling.
You're gonna wrap it up. Wrap up into it. Sleep with it.
Oh yeah, no, that's better off actually. Paper's a good insulator. Yep. Yeah, rip the comic books up, stick them all down your clothes, and you won't freeze to death. You'll be safe.
That's right. It'll be good.
I worry about you sometimes.
I worry about you too.
You worry me.
You both worry me.
I mean, I worry about him. I don't want him to freeze to death at his house. I mean, I know how cheap he is. He doesn't turn the heat on.
Don't worry. There's enough heat in that house for crying out loud. I'm surprised the gas stove is off now. Finally.
Well, as you get older, you get colder.
Well, that's true. And when you have circulatory problems and you don't take care of them.
And you're taking whatever medicine is, Coumadin or whatever it is too. It's
the blood.
Yep. My mother used to be like hot all the time. Like we had a wood stove, and it was the worst time of year for her. She hated it.
She was boiling.
She was boiling before we turned the stove on. It's so.
Else is like, wow, it's cold in here.
Yeah. Now
she's roasting.
Over the past few years, as she's gotten older, now she's in her 80s and whatnot. I think they still had the heat running. They still had the heat running 2 weeks ago when it got chilly. Last week she goes, man, it's cold in here. I need to turn the heat on. It's far from cold. I went over and visited and thought I was in a sauna. But hey, you know something? If she's cold, they're cold. You turn it on and that's it.
You don't worry.
Nope. It doesn't. I mean, it doesn't. I mean, that doesn't matter. No reason why you should make them feel cold. Yeah, I mean, it's not the end of the world. You can afford to have the heat on a little longer.
Oh, okay, yeah. Whatever.
You should leave that to Elvis.
Corey, you need to start picking more fights. It's not too late to start a New Year's resolution in May.
To pick more fights?
Pick more fights.
I've been trying.
You know, I like singing Elvis Costello.
Whatever, man.
Tyler's surprised I'm still alive after 2 years.
Once again, if the pandemic didn't happen, you'd have died probably by July of 2020. Probably like right before the 4th of July weekend, the rate you were telling people off that year.
Why are you telling people?
It was a new year in 2020. It says, you know something? I am not taking
Every year's a new year, though.
Yeah, but there was a new year, new resolution. I said
The resolution was to tell more people.
no. I
off.
said I'm not taking idiot shit anymore. So whether I was out in public,
people on blast.
or someone said something stupid, someone said something stupid at the grocery, I just called them out on it. Everybody. Yeah. And Tyler goes, "You will be dead, but you'll be dead before April." And then they shut things down, and I didn't see a lot of people. So
I come in on a weekly basis and them and say, guess who I told off this week? And
Yeah.
then where he was, the post office, the grocery store, BJ's, wherever he was. And he was just, not even just telling him off, but really letting him have it. And it's just like, these guys, are, like, especially if the guy, they're going to fucking kill you one of these times.
just tired of some of these people just coming up talking shit for no reason. I mean, they're just like, hey, you don't know me, I don't know you. Just go get your orange juice and quiet.
Peddle your papers elsewhere, in other words?
Yeah, exactly. Here's 2023. I've made it. But he's right. I probably would have been dead in 2020. Someone would have killed me.
All I have to do is look at him and I get a treat.
Yeah.
87.
I've seen that dog.
He's dying.
That dog got
Red
what,
alert.
15 treats tonight so far.
Red alert.
87.
Phil's in the red, Jules.
Not totally.
Dude, what is wrong with you today? But you need to eat more dinner or something.
I did the lawn today.
Yeah. I know a lot of diabetics that do the lawn.
Yeah, push mower. Acre and a half. Well,
Well, why the push ball? What are you doing? Why would you do that?
good exercise.
Yeah. Teach you to sit down lawnmower.
He's gonna start acting weird pretty soon. You watch.
Yep.
Hey, that push mower costs
Is that talking
$530.
She has a jumping problem.
Yeah. It's a push more that you touch it, it pushes itself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're a happy girl.
You just walk
Hi.
around with it. You kind of
Hey,
have to
buddy.
guide it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, friend.
Dog's been telling him all night, you're dying.
Sit. Is that why she's happy?
Yeah, look how
So
good it is.
happy.
Sit
Look at that.
equals jump
Yeah, yeah.
and bite. Sit,
no,
jump and bite.
Yeah.
This lick is a sign
I
that
think
I'm
she's
a little low.
that you're dying.
Yeah.
Not dying.
R.I.P. Phil.
Really important person.
Call a dog officer to take her with her.
Yeah. I'd actually say there's a guy lying on the sidewalk. On the sidewalk, he may not be breathing, but we can't get there because the dog is vicious and won't let us near
Yeah.
him. And the cop will come shoot in the head first, and then
Whoa!
say, "What?
We don't want the dog to get shot.
Yeah, but I mean, with the abuse that it's getting, maybe they'll put the dog out of her misery."
Yeah.
Do you know who that is? Nope. Nope, we don't know. They'll look for ID on him. You just don't happen to have a wallet there either.
I know you're vacuum again.
Oh yeah, I know. No kidding. Back in today, and always when the Yahoo comes in,
Look at Tyler.
Ah.
Going to town.
he's pulling out the green.
Hell yeah. Look at him go.
It's enough for one
Doesn't
day.
mess around, buddy.
So it's
Thank you
typical.
for having product I wanted to purchase.
For you, make sure we make sure we have product you need to purchase.
Absolutely. It's been on the case since 2000.
Hey, did you see this?
How am I looking at?
I have no. You've seen it. You gave it to me.
Oh, yeah, that sounds like me.
We got top shelf Troy Nelson's Limitless
Oh, boy.
trading card.
One of them. One of about
One of
four, I
one.
think.
Yeah, probably his last one because he is retired from the squared circle.
The business.
No, he's retired.
Where's your, silver Sharpie signature.
No, we don't want to ruin the
Don't
card.
rule the card to value it.
What?
It's okay if it's a promo.
Yeah, you don't want to ruin the
But
card.
it's Tyler.
Yeah, but it doesn't matter. You're defacing a card. No, like it's like I don't want people to sign my comic books. You're defacing the book.
All right, whatever.
Yeah, you're ruining it.
Corey likes to ruin things.
Yeah.
Sounds like
So Tyler gave me his last Limitless card. He was a huge star in Limitless.
So apparently there is a limit.
Stay.
Well, there was, yes. But he was one
Tyler
of the
reached his limit.
No, Tyler wrestled
He
in the
reached
very
his limit.
first match.
I was on the very first show.
The very first show of Limitless, Limitless, when they made the very first show.
One of the
Tyler
four
was there.
people in that fatal four-way match for any AEW fans out there.
Fatal four-way, who died?
Isaiah Cassidy of
Private Party in AEW was in
A
that
fatal
match.
four-way.
Yep,
So
fatal
someone
four-way.
died.
Well, he's
Elimination
alive.
style.
Yeah, he's alive. So
He's alive, so you killed the other three. You killed three dudes.
No, I was the first one eliminated.
I was the first one eliminated.
But yeah, I mean, you wrestled, and then up there too, you also wrestled Colt Cabana,
Yep.
Hornswoggle,
Yeah.
the Japanese guy. What's his name?
Kikutaro?
Kikutaro.
These names mean nothing. Like limitless wrestling. There's Tyler reached his limit, so there is
Yes, I can no longer be.
fatal four-way. No one died. It's false advertising.
There's Limitless.
All around.
Limitless is death.
Limitless death.
Yeah, so they one died, then the second life popped
Brought
up.
him back up.
No, they got the second life.
Brought him back to life like
You get so many wins, you get a free life too.
like a video game.
Yeah.
Ah. Fair
Yeah.
enough.
Or maybe paying for the licenses for IDW, maybe more than what they're actually bringing in. Even though Turtles does well for them, but I mean, who's to say? I mean, well for them. Well for if it was Marvel or DC, wouldn't be doing well at all. I mean,
Yeah.
I mean the Turtles aren't selling 25,000-30,000 copies. Even this new
The Ronin stuff.
the Ronin 2, the Lost Years or whatever, that's not I mean that's not selling anywhere near what the first series did. So I mean, who knows? Maybe the licenses fees cost so much that they're not making enough off of that, because I mean their other stuff sells just okay, you know. So but I don't know. I don't know why they file for bankruptcy. Well, obviously most people do because you can't pay your bills. But it's good to see that it's still putting shit out. You know, so even like Aftershock filed for bankruptcy, they started putting some of their stuff back out, but still it's still far and few in between.
Yeah.
IDW is still putting this stuff out every week, so maybe they got an extra push of cash to help them out. I have no idea what's going on with them, but I mean. There's a need in the market for a place like IDW. They don't have any spectacular books like they're selling 50, 100,000, but I mean they're doing Transformers, they're doing Turtles, they've got any different
Don't they have G.I. Joe?
they had GI Joe, but I think GI Joe's over now. Well, the main one that they were doing is over.
Yeah.
But there's a place in the world for someone like that. But if your rates are too high, what can you do? And they got some guys with names that have been doing original stuff for them too, probably making a lot less than if they brought it somewhere else. But again, they're not selling thousands and thousands of copies of some of this stuff. So
Do you see one of the two big ones scooping up some of their titles, or
no. The two big ones, they're superheroes. Most of the stuff that IDW and any of these guys do, they're not superhero stuff. So I don't see them.
What about some of their bigger titles like the Turtles or Transformers or?
No, I mean Marvel did Transformers in the '80s. I don't think Marvel or these guys want to pay a licensing fee to have to put these books out again.
Hasbro,
I mean, they had Conan for a while again. Marvel lost Conan again, and I think Dark Horse is taking over. Conan. No, it could be Blaze. It's another independent company though that's got the Conan books, and I don't know if they just couldn't come to an agreement. Marvel just decided, no, we're not paying this for what little return that we're actually getting. We don't actually own this stuff. It's
Yeah, because like Nickelodeon owns the Turtles,
Right.
So they got to pay Nickelodeon in order to produce them,
right. And at some point they probably have to run it by them too. Can't just write what they want and and get permission for it or whatever. So I don't think that's a hassle that the big two would want.
I wonder if like an Image would take them or a Dark Horse.
Yeah, an Image. Dark Horse was the king of licensed stuff at one time. And you look at, they had Star Wars, they had Conan, they had Aliens and Predators, and they just lost the licenses. I mean, so they know how to make that stuff work. Maybe for Turtles. I mean, I don't know if Sonic would be up there for them. I mean,
IDW does all the kids' books too. Adventures of Star Wars. That's like.
No, they don't do those anymore. The Dark Horse has the Star Wars Adventures now. Yeah, yep. So they don't have that anymore. They lost that, and that was a big seller for them for a kids book. I mean, it was still Star Wars. I mean, you had more adults buying it than kids.
Do they do the master copies or something like that? They'll take a Spider-Man and they'll do like the...
Oh, and they do the big hardcovers. Yeah, they do those. They haven't done those in a long time either. It's been a while since they've solicited a new one.
I'm surprised one of the big two hasn't absorbed a company that size.
Yeah.
And done it that way instead.
Again, what's a good selling book for IDW isn't a good selling book for the big two. I mean, again, the numbers for DC and Marvel to be successful are totally different than any of the numbers for an IDW or a Boom. You know, Boom gets in, hey man, we had a successful thing. We had 11,000 copies of this. Marvel and DC are canceling stuff with 11,000. So I can't see them. I mean, look at Marvel doesn't have, none of the Disney books come out under Marvel. They come out under Dynamite. Because they don't want to deal with it. I mean, especially with the overhead and whatnot with the Disney books. But they're not, because Marvel pays all their writers, their artists, everything a higher rate of pay.
Yeah.
They're looking at the bottom line of, they're a publicly exchanged company, so they're looking at the bottom line too. Wow, we made a 3% profit on this product, but if we get rid of it, that's going to bring our profits up on other things, because that's dragging it down. So they don't care if they're making a profit or not. They'd rather get rid of it because it doesn't make enough profit, and they look better for the shareholders.
Yeah.
Hey, an extra $5 in your pocket's an extra $5, but that's not how it works. All the miniseries where I said, "Wow, I really like this," but
I never read that. That was like a four-part miniseries.
I didn't read the 80s.
That was the 80s one.
Yeah, I read one that they did later, either in the 90s,
Okay.
probably in the 90s. They had a couple. It was one in the 90s. I think one in the 2000s too, because they did one right around the movie times when they were doing the movies, which I thought was decent. I thought Rogue had a decent miniseries. So the miniseries are great, but Rogue's ongoing series that they gave her for a little while, then got canceled. I read like 2 issues where I was like, this isn't that good.
I picked up a few of the Mystique run. That's not too long ago, I guess.
That was a good run.
I heard it was good, and I've been meaning to get the whole thing.
I think those were all the Mayhew covers. I think
Yeah.
Jim. I don't know if it's Jim May.
I was just impressed with the covers.
Yeah.
That's why I was like, I've always liked Mystique.
Yeah.
So
Nope, that was a good run. And from that same era, when that came out, that same time, Emma Frost, who did her covers, and they were amazing too. He did some. I think he did some Elektra covers with and some Daredevil covers too. I can't remember his name, but he always did. Again, he always had that style of same artwork as Mayhew with the Mystique. They almost looked real and whatnot. But Emma Frost had a series that came out at that time too. Fantastic, and it was pretty much Emma Frost before she's taken over as the White Queen. I mean, she's in school doing what she's doing,
right.
but in college or whatever, or boarding school or something. Yeah, it was really interesting. Yeah, that was a good book too.
I didn't even recognize all the characters in first X-Men First Class, the movie. I had no idea that was supposed to be that person, and that person was supposed to be that, and I'm like, I must have read it totally differently as a kid. I'm like, I'm pretty sure Kevin Bacon didn't look like, the character he's portraying, or even close to that character. But, oh well.
Yeah. But yeah, I think if you get that whole series and you read that Mystique series, I think you'll really enjoy it. Like I said, if you get a chance to read the Emma Frost series too, that was really
I'll
really
find
good.
it, put it in a set, and I'll buy it.
Yeah, I haven't had. There's not too much. That doesn't come around too much. I may see an issue here or issue there that comes in a collection, beat up or whatever.
You said you're gonna have a hard time filling in the Gotham Sirens series.
Oh yeah,
I can't find them anywhere.
You don't see them. They're not around.
It was like I find an issue here or there,
Right.
and then someone wants. For 2 issues, someone wants $10 plus $15 to ship. I'm like, no. But oh well.
Hey, look, I don't mind giving you the $10, but 2 issues, even if you send it priority, that's a $5 priority ship.
Right.
You know, it's right. You're not gonna rook me for $15 to ship it, because I'm not paying $25 for those 2 issues.
I'm going to wrap those 2 books in 15 layers of cardboard, 8 layers of bubble wrap, then stick it in a Gemini, and then take duct tape and wrap it around the Gemini, and then stuff it in a padded mailer. Need a freaking blowtorch to get it out.
Yeah.
There's some buyers that I literally have damaged the books because their packing was so extreme.
Yeah.
You know, it's like sitting there with a freaking scalpel cutting the freaking packaging off till I can get to the book.
These books, and I get it. I want my shit. I
Yeah.
ship
Oh,
with
no,
a bag and a board or whatever, right? But these books were sent to stores in piles, in boxes, not bagged, not boarded, nothing. They survive.
Yeah.
You know something? These books need a little breathing room too. You start doing it too tight, that the second that there is any jolt or whatever, there's damage.
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
too tight now.
All right, rig me up. I got to catch a nap before I hit my gig.
We doing all this?
Yeah, I
Okay.
think so.
All right.
That's going to hurt, but I'll take that one. Wait, I'm not...
I have a whole run of an Electra series. I think it's a Marvel Knight series. I just haven't taken it. It's 60 something. It's like 60 something issues.
Right.
I gotta bag it into like 3 bags and boards of magazine stuff.
I don't know if
I don't know if you need that. I mean, it's not going to be expensive. It's like $1 an issue, but it'll probably be like $50 for the 60 something issues for the
Yeah,
set.
I don't have, like, I have Electra the Hand, I have Electra Assassins.
Yeah.
I don't think I have this one. I don't recognize it. Because I don't have a lot of the Marvel, I mean, this wasn't Marvel Knights, but no, I don't have a lot from this era. I'm checking now, but I don't think I have any of those. If I do, I only have a couple.
Because I haven't yet put them in. They're sitting there waiting for me to do it. But I end up having. I put them in a magazine bag, but there's not enough, so I have to put another magazine bag over it. Then I got to do another one with another one, and then you gotta tape it all up. If that's something you'd want
Yeah.
to save me from putting it in
Yeah.
a thing like this, I'll just bring in the stack of
I'll
books.
take 'em.
Yeah, I'm looking
'Cause
at like $50 for
you
the
brought-
set.
That would be Electra Volume 2 most likely, right?
Okay. Yes.
You said the Marvel Knights? I only have
Yeah.
issues 14 and 15.
Okay.
So if there's issues for those aren't miniseries, if they're hitting 14
yeah,
and 15
they were,
issues.
they were. It was 60 something. It was 60 something issues.
Does that look familiar?
They had fantastic covers. Yeah, I think that's a series.
That's
yeah.
the series. Yeah, I only have 2 issues. I'll take them all.
Okay.
Yeah, if you're
Yep.
gonna do it at that price, I'll take them all.
Yep, $50. Yep, I'll bring them in. I'll bring them in next week if you want me to bring them in next week.
And that Electra. It's not Ultimate, is it? No.
No, that's Doc Rain. That's actually a Doc Rain one.
I don't have it at all, so I'll take that one. That was the only one I was curious about.
I can't believe this is this much either. I think it's one issue that makes this. That made this what it was.
Now, is that the same Secret Wars that has like the first appearance of Quake in it or whatever?
This is the last Secret Wars. I think that was Secret. That was Secret. With Quake, I thought that was wasn't that like one of the Secret Avengers? Not the Secret, or the Secret.
I know it's a different cover.
Yeah.
So I'm like,
Invasion.
No, it wasn't Secret Invasion. Secret Invasion was the Skrulls. Could have been Secret Avengers or Secret. Yeah, I don't know. I don't think it was this Secret Wars. It was the Secret Wars with. I think it was the Secret Wars with Nick Fury was in it. I think.
Secret War.
Secret War. Okay, all right. Yeah, that's what it was. All right.
All right, that's what I'm getting confused on.
Yeah, this is Secret Wars. This is the one that imploded all the universes, that brought Miles Morales over to our universe.
Okay.
It was actually decent. There were a few Secret Wars miniseries that were really good out of this, and then a bunch of them were just awful. But there's a really cool thing, but I'll let you read it. That with with Miles Morales and a guy asking him for a sandwich, and yeah, it was actually really cool.